For past 7 months, I've been working on a game engine called Pigeon Game Engine, or a shorter name for it is PG Engine, and I tried to make a game on its first version. Without further ado, let's get into it. Space traveling shooter with a capturing mechanic. Game idea generator gave me this idea. Pretty interesting. So I created new Python file and wrote these 2 lines of code. In first line we importing everything from engine, and in second line we are running a program. What is this thing? It is a class that allows you to interact with game window and game scene itself. Before moving on, let me explain basics of my game engine. Game objects here are called entities. Every entity has position with vector type. Vector contains 2 variables, x and y, and I created it to easily work with 2D environment. Also, you have to work with units in PG Engine, cause I thought that it is easier to work with them rather than with the pixels. After that, I created player and wrote player update function. In this function, we are checking if the key was pressed, and if it is, then we are moving a player. But what is this player update function? Let me explain. Entities can have their own update function that will be called each frame. Also, you can create a global update function and pass it as argument when calling scene.run. Then I started adding stars to the background. First, I tried to generate them using particle system. Yes, I have particle system in my game engine. But I ended up creating them in for loop. Too big? These are okay. After that, I hopped into Sprite and drew this cute astronaut guy that the player will play as. Also, I drew 3 variants of enemy with 3 different lenses of spikes, and I chose this one as final result. I added them to the game by making them objects of image class. In player update function, I made that astronaut will look at mouse cursor and enemy will look at player by calling look at method. This method automatically rotates an entity by calculating angle using built-in attend-to function. Here is the result. Maybe you noticed that I changed background color. I did it by calling scene.background. Also, I made window unresizable by calling scene.resizable. I wanted to use particle system somewhere, so I made shooting mechanic using it. When you press mouse button, it generates a circle that moves away from player. This circle is bullet. But this bullet does nothing to enemy, so I added collider to him. Then I wrote bullet update function and attached it to the bullet. In this function, program checks if bullet collides with enemy using collision method. If it does, then bullet destroys using destroy method, and enemy moves to random position around player, sort of dies. As you can see, I made everything a little bit bigger, and I did it by increasing the size of the unit. It's looking weird that player shoots bullets from mouse, so I opened Sprite one more time and drew capturing gun. Why this gun is capturing? Because I wanted to implement capturing mechanic by making possible to capture stars that are in the background with a gun and then shoot them as bullets. I added gun to the game and made it look at mouse by calling look at function, and I removed this function for astronaut cause it looks weird, and made that you can capture stars and shoot them. The last thing I added was replay button and dash message when you die. Replay button is object of button class and dash text is object of text class. Button has on-click function that is calling every time it is pressed. And this is the end result. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Cheers!